Right then, welcome to Rise Road Podcast number 37. We're on it.
Why?
This was a fucking right rigmarole, this bullshit this
been a bit
week.
of a nightmare.
Ridiculous. So initially, James's lovely lady can't drive at the minute because she had to deliver the baby by a C-section, I believe. So she can't drive. So James has got to go by 9:30 to pick up his lovely lady, which is fair enough. In between then, my dinner got pre-held. So like 8 o'clock when James got here, I was like sitting down with my dinner. So I'm like, right, it's alright, we can still just about squeeze an hour in. But then I don't know how long we've just fucking sat here.
40 minutes trying to get this fucking set up.
But every time I opened up the software to record, it weren't opening the window. So we've just wasted so much time. So basically now we've got less than 20 minutes to do a quick little podcast.
Yeah, we were just going to basically do this as a bit of a yearly wrap-up.
Yeah, we'll get to that. The only one thing I quickly wanted to mention, which will take me like a few minutes. Someone mentioned to me today, my good old wholesaler stories.
Yes.
Yeah, and I know they'd been away for a week, like on like a little holiday, just a little getaway with a partner. So I said, like, oh, how was it? And a sentence stood out to me where they said, I didn't realise, like, what was the word, like, they didn't realise how much they were holding on to, like stress and things like that, and like in their life.
Yeah.
Like they didn't realise until they like got away from it, and it just really made me think about like how much people do that. And this person's quite young, so I'm like, you've just got like your little job and you like young relationship sort of thing, like you kind of look at that and go, just the typical things of it's not a big career, it's not kids and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. To
like be stressing about. So I would have loved to have gotten into
stress is like individual, innit?
Yeah. But what I'm kind of leaning to is like, so from my perspective, like even people like that seem to have like a level of stress that they're holding on to they don't realise. But then what's even more interesting is then you think of that and go, so if people are holding on to things like that and they don't realise, how much is that impacting their decisions and their attitude and their emotions and everything else? So this is when I feel like the general things in their life will fuck up because of the way they're acting, and then when something, like if it was a relationship and it completely broke down, but then you get away from it, you get out of it and it's like, and then you realise all the shit that was maybe impacting it.
Well, that's fucking hindsight's 2020, innit? That's what they say. Your hindsight's 2020.
What do you mean, just hindsight in general? I know that's saying, but to be fair,
it just means basically because 2020 vision, that's perfect vision, isn't it?
Oh, okay.
So it's basically saying, looking back at stuff, you see things perfectly. You're like, should have done that, should have done that. Yeah. But like you said, if you're stressed out and in the thick of the moment, you do what you think's right.
Yeah.
So you leave or whatever, and then you're like, but if I'd have just done that, calmed down, took a minute to think.
Yeah.
I could have done it this way. I could have.
But it's mainly like in this person's example, they need to get like the other end of the country and a little getaway, like a little hut with a hot tub and the partner, like literally physically away from everything, from them to be able to mentally get away from everything. But it's like not everyone either has a financial opportunity to do that or the time to do that. So it's like we all really need to learn a way to be able to step away from things regularly to kind of...
Without spending a fucking grand on a hot tub weekend.
To decompress sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's just interesting, I thought, with that. So yeah, I wanted to just generally touch on that. But yeah, I think because we've only got like 10 more minutes, if that.
No, that's a good point. No, I like that.
Yeah. That was because it happened today and it's fresh in my mind, and it just, me being me, and obviously one of the reasons starting the podcast is because I didn't hear that and go like, oh yeah, of course, like, we all need to unwind, and then forgot about it. I was like, well, that's fucking interesting, like, because it is, and it just makes you think of everyone else. Because I've always said this before, I think I've done podcasts on it before about like people have been like everything being circumstantial. Like, so people could be commenting on other people's characters, but actually their character in that time of moment or that time of year even, or time in their life, is purely just down to their circumstances and how it's affecting them in terms of stress and anxiety and depression and all this shit that they might not even be fucking aware of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Someone could be like...
It's like repressed stuff, innit? You repress it down and down and down. And
like you could have two people meet, like could have been like a beautiful relationship, but it doesn't blossom because they're actually dealing with a lot in their career or a relationship within their work or anything going on about how they're feeling about themselves or whatever. So that's not actually their true being or how they truly are, in air quotes. It's actually more of like the circumstances that they're in at the time.
Yeah.
It's like, and if someone had the patience to maybe help them through that, they'd actually get to see like the beauty or like the natural side of them that is type thing.
A lot of people never get that chance.
But normally the other person will be in the same fucking boat. Because I think a lot of people do it. I feel like it's everyone does it without realising.
It sounds pretty common. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Well, like I said, it's one of the things that unless you sit down and you think about it and you try and put two and two together and figure out where you're going wrong and what's stressing you out in your life.
Yeah.
Because
this slightly, I'm really aware of the time. Sorry, guys. The other thing that I've been kind of going on about this week is the word normal. And
well, normal is just the average, isn't it?
Yeah, which is bullshit. But I mean, people will use that as the excuse. But like, but that's normal. Like the wife was talking about her insecurities and stuff. And we were talking about it. She's like, but it's normal. Like most women feel that way. I'm like, yeah, just because that's normal, don't mean it's right. That just means a lot of women have a problem with their self-esteem and insecurities. Don't mean it's normal to have that insecurity. It means a lot of you are ill. Like you've all got this virus called insecurity. And it's not good. But that tends to be a thing,
but a lot of people say that it's like a safety thing, innit? Oh, but it's normal, so I'm okay feeling like that because other people feel like that.
Yeah, and it's like, no, you're not. Like, and all the other people are wrong as well. But it's nuts because that's what I mean. People use that word normal as an excuse. Most of the time, when I really thought about it, it's like most of the time I ever hear the word normal, it's an excuse for something. Like, I normally act like that. Yeah, so doesn't mean you should. Like most other normally other people do. Yeah, again, doesn't mean they should either. Like, try and step out the box and fucking think for yourself as an individual human.
Maybe if that wasn't normal, then the world wouldn't be so fucked.
Yeah. In a nutshell. No.
Change the new normal.
This is me in a nutshell.
This is me in a nutshell.
Help!
I'm in a giant nutshell. How did I get in here?
How did they even make nutshells this big?
Oh man, Austin Powers.
That's good.
I'm sorry, but the second one's the best one. By a long shot. Yeah, by a long shot. And I always forget that Will Ferrell's in those films.
Yes. I'm very badly burnt.
What does he say?
First one's
time
his
being
leg.
questioned in threes.
Yes.
Where is Dr. Evil hiding? Where is Dr. Evil hiding?
Go to hell, Powers.
Where is Dr. Evil hiding? 3 times.
3 times. In his secret volcano lair.
Where is Dr. Evil's secret volcano lair?
Go to hell, Powers. He's like, but he asked you 3 times. Like, no.
The second line was, do I really have to ask you 2 more times? Which is a new question in a separate line of questioning.
Yeah. Good times.
The wound is starting to smell a little like almonds, which I fear is
not
good.
I fear it may be gangrenous.
I'll try and stand on the other leg.
The crunch noise when he falls.
But yeah, I always forget he's in those films until I watch it again. And you see the bit about to come up and you're like, fuck he is.
Will Ferrell.
Oh man.
So, because we ain't got time to fully delve into anything, 2 little points that we've jumped on, so that's nice. Really, really sorry about the fucking haste in this podcast, but like I always say on
I think the last few, I don't think it's just that, I think the last few weeks, well, I think I'd like to, not really apologise, but it's like, there's been a lot going on in the personal lives.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, so I just want to say sorry. Not sorry, but it's like, yeah, it's not like, you know what I'm trying to, yeah.
You mean because you've had a baby and stuff?
Yeah, it's like, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
I'm not apologising for it, obviously.
Right.
But it's like, that's why.
We did a podcast last week.
If anyone's jumping on, it's like, that's why it's been a bit inconsistent the last couple of weeks.
I missed 1 week. I missed 1 week.
Because I'm a co-host to the podcast now, so I feel responsible.
It's Ron's Road podcast, man, bitch.
I said co-host.
Yeah, co. So if you're not cooperating to be here.
Cooperating? Is it a word, Ryan?
I was trying to get in.
That's a fucking reach.
Dice.
Just wanted to say Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
To all the listeners, I say all the listeners, to about the 10 of you guys that listen regularly.
I feel like there's more than 10.
You are very much appreciated.
I feel like there's 11.
And my Christmas wishes go out to you.
Yes.
I hope you get everything you asked for and you don't get a lump of coal. Unless you asked for a lump of coal, maybe you're some weird millionaire or something.
Or maybe they need to heat their home for their family.
Yes, so I hope you do get plenty of coal.
Fucking hell, what year did it just take us back to? It's bullshit.
I'm down the mines.
Ultimately, yes, wishing you all a lovely Christmas time. However you choose to spend it, whether it's like with extended family or just like your own family in your own house.
Or if you're on your own.
Yeah.
Crack on a couple of good films. More tradition when I was on my own. Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, every Christmas day without fail.
One piece of advice I would give people is to prep fucking toys. Mate, boys have got remote control cars this year. I've had them out the box. I've tested them. I've charged all the batteries. I've paired up the controller with the car.
Just literally they will open it and go.
I know everything about the car, so I can just set it up and go. They got new tablets as well.
Yes.
So I've connected them to the Wi-Fi for the house.
So they're ready to go.
I've updated them. I've fully charged the batteries. I've like the normal apps that you get with it that are part of the thing that they're never going to use. I've bunched them all up out the way. Downloaded Disney, Netflix and YouTube. Logged into the accounts on Disney, Netflix and YouTube for them all as well. So as soon as they get it, turn it on and I'll put like a screensaver. One of Hawkeye on Harvey's one and one of Iron Man on my other son's one.
Smart.
So I'm like, so as soon as they open it, turn it on, off you go. download a new game, whatever. Logged into my Google account as well, so they can use the
Play thing,
the Play
Google
thing to
Play,
download
yeah,
games
yeah.
or whatever.
Smart.
Like, so it's just fucking prep, man.
That's a good bit of advice.
I've done too many Christmases now. Like, you've got so much. They're like, Dad, I want to play this. I'm like, yeah, but I need to read the instructions and set this, and I need to charge. I need to find batteries. Then just fucking prep. It'll make the day so much nicer. Just like, yeah, cool, we can play this or we play that, or like, you go and play it. I'm gonna fucking chill and have a mince pie and a cup of tea and fucking try and do your mum upstairs. Like,
oh, do you like mince pies, dear?
Mate, I love mince pies.
Nah.
Love.
I bet you like Christmas pudding as well.
Not that keen.
Yeah.
I mainly like the pastry of mince pies.
Is it the pastry?
And it's like the saucy taste of the mince in it. I'm not overly keen on the actual mincy bits, but I just take that in as part of the deal, sort of thing.
It's like the jelly in a pork pie.
Yeah, because you can get some mince pies that are like deep filled. I'm like, I don't want that shit, man. I want the cheap, shitty ones that got hardly any filling, and it's just you get the taste of it and the pastry.
I do like pastry.
It's good like that.
But yes, Merry Christmas, everyone. Have a good New Year's as well. I hope 2022 is better for you all. If you've had a bad year, I've had literally the best year of my life.
Well done.
The best year of my life.
Good. Happy to hear.
Quit smoking, quit drinking, got a promotion at work, finally found the right one, settling down, got a kid now. This is exactly how I planned my life when I was 18.
Yeah. See, you were a slow grower.
Yeah. Very slow. I didn't learn to ride a bike till I was about 10. Didn't learn to drive until I was like 27.
You didn't, did you?
No.
Forgot about that.
I've always been like, I don't want to do it. And then people tell me to do it, and I'm like, I don't want to do it even more now.
That sounds about right for you.
Yeah.
For everything.
Yeah.
If anyone's wondering about my voice, I tried to sing along to like a 30-second skit of a TikTok artist I like and just blew my throat out. So,
Oh, that guy that you like.
yeah, sad songs only. He's fucking awesome. I think he might actually be like my favourite vocalist ever. You know.
Wow.
Because it's just...
You know Chester Bennington existed, right?
I know. My son's name's Chester. Like, it's... I even commented on one of his posts saying, for me, it's Chester Bennington, Brandon Urie, and
Oh,
him.
Brandon Urie, good shout.
And him, basically.
Yeah, but he doesn't use a tick.
I said vocalist. He doesn't write his own stuff.
So, not getting involved.
But yeah, so James will get those because he used to sing. So it's like me, because I used to rap. If you start talking to me about like UK grime artists or like some of the like popular, just rap in general, I'm like,
Your hackles get up, don't they? You get a bit
you just
defensive
can't
about
because
it.
you're like they're writing shit because you understand it. It's like ignorance is bliss, and it like you don't really know about it. You don't know, but when you know about something, you're like, oh, it's fucking shit. So yeah, I know how James feels because he feels the same way about vocalists, the same way I feel about rappers.
Well, the dude can sing.
Yeah.
Not denying that at all.
You've barely listened to him.
You've shown the ones that you've shown me. I'm like, yeah, you can sing, but I'm like, write your own songs, you dick. To be honest, I think all that shit stems down from is jealousy.
Of course it is.
He's on TikTok. He's famous. Not famous.
Of
but he's
course
like,
it
people
is.
know him.
You say it like it's a secret. That's
It's
the
like-
only reason.
People hate. It is the phrase, isn't it? Like they hate us because they ain't us.
Yeah.
That's it.
Because you can't help it. Because it is.
So
It's,
you
it's
look
a
at
natural
rappers
feeling.
and you look at rappers now, like you know the lyrics are shit. You know there's
Yeah.
no thought that's gone into it, but it's jealousy because like, mate, they're getting all the fucking money and the fame and people know them.
Yeah.
It's just success, it's just jealousy. God, jealousy is horrible when you think about it,
It is.
isn't
It's just trying to be aware of it as you're doing it.
it?
And-
Really twist you.
There's a lot of emotions, Ken.
What's
that
like
you
one
don't
of the
realise.
10 Commandments? In it? It's like, what is it? Don't envy don't covet your neighbour's wife or neighbour's
Yeah.
something in it. It's like don't be jealous of what other people have got.
On a bright side about music stuff that won't upset you, is I actually wrote some lyrics this week,
Yeah.
which was nice. Yeah, because I think I might have touched on this before. Like, I want to start doing little TikToks about
Yes,
just
which is a great idea for you because you're good at writing like 30-second little verses.
just little rap sort
Yeah.
of thing. Just and I thought I can start because I always I say always half the time, most of the time we'll end the podcast with saying, don't be afraid of the day.
Yeah.
So I thought I could do a little TikTok fucking channel, always just saying like, hi, I'm Ryan, I write little raps trying to help people with life. Like, here's one for you, and just fucking.
I still really like that one you sent me about a year ago now. Just been a year and a half ago now. The last line always stuck with me. It's that I plant my boots for the like, roots.
Oh
or
right, yeah,
something.
yeah.
Like, it's
I'll
just
keep
like,
my feet planted, and you can watch me grow.
Yeah, it's just like, I love your lyrics.
That one's on YouTube. If anyone's half interested in that sort of stuff, I think I do put the links in the YouTube description. But it's content. Actually, I might have changed it to Ryan's Red Music actually. But it's on YouTube, and I've got a few like bits
Little
I've done and
snippets.
whatnot. Yeah.
You are a very, very, very good lyricist, Ryan. I'll give you that.
But yeah, I finally wrote some because I was really struggling with getting a starting lyric whenever I think about it. And because I haven't done it for ages, I'd try and think, go, oh, then go on, then fuck it. Oh, no bother. But I got that line for the end of the podcast of like, don't fear the day, don't be afraid of the day. So I started off with that, and I got about 5 bars wrote down.
Nice.
I was like, yeah, it was nice. Yeah. but I'm trying to keep it really like not metaphorical or using analogies and stuff.
Yeah.
Like you get old sayings, don't you, about like trying to see the fog through the trees.
Yeah, you
about,
can't,
like, life and
see the
stuff.
forest for the trees.
I'm trying to literally talk about like bills, life, stresses, kids, family, being worried, anxious, whatnot. Like trying to say it literally as it is, as opposed to getting too like fancy with it. I might try it after maybe I've done a few, but I just want it to be very clear. Like, look, I'm on about like all of us that have these normal fucking feelings, and I want to really try and use that channel to get across that. Like, I'm using the word normal now. Yeah. That it's common for people to feel that way, sort of thing. So yeah, because that's what this guy does that I like to follow with the music. Cause it's called Sad Songs Only, and I think he's suffered with PTSD and stuff a lot as well. So he's quite shy with his like personable videos. He's done like 3 or 4 like that, but it's Sad Songs Only because it's all clips about like struggling with life. So I'm watching him like I want to do like the rap version of this page, sort of thing. Except for instead of doing covers, I'll write my own shit. Because there aren't really many raps to find. Like, it's easy to find sad rock music, metal music, because there's so much of it, innit? Like, if there's any shouty kind of music, half the time it's sad.
It's very rare you get rock and metal songs that are like about money and girls and cars and guns and
exactly.
stuff.
So like, I can't really do covers of rap snippets about. I mean, that one that's really.
I think you get sad rap songs. They tend to be specifically sad rappers, like NF.
Yeah.
I know he's not specifically a sad rapper, but 90% of his back catalogue is
stuff is good
heavily
like
depressing.
His
in
stuff
a good
is
way.
good like that. I don't want to say his name because I don't want to fucking publicise him, but there's some other new UK guy that just seems like an idiot, and like he keeps appearing on TikToks and stuff. And I think the lyrics is like, "I won't give you flowers, but I'll give you good wood, though." I'm like, well creative, mate. Well done.
That's jealousy, Ryan.
Yeah, it is, but it's just. With the writing, it's like, there's nothing technical about it. It's just popular.
Because people don't give a shit unless there's people like you or like people that really are into it, which is very few compared to people like, I like this beat and he says words that rhyme.
Yeah.
That shit sells.
Yeah, it does. It does. But unless you write music, then you won't get that from it. You just like how it sounds, sort of thing, which I can get. Like, yeah.
Mate, you should hear some of the fucking on the playlist I got at work going. It's like the young lad that I work with that I mentioned a few times. He listens to all that drill and trap.
Oh no.
All that kind of stuff. And some of the fucking shit, mate. It's so bad.
Oh, we're turning into right bitches at the end of this podcast, aren't we?
I know, but dude, it's so
Fucking
like...
hell.
Oh, God. Drill music is... Granted, it's like a compilation of like 50 songs. It's like a best of kind of like compilation of drill music and trap music.
Yeah.
There's like 3 or 4 and I'm like, this is quite cool.
Yeah.
But like the rest of it, it's just all about stabbing people. With like postcode wars and British crime and
that's
that kind of stuff. And
that's the fucking head with music, because technically, like, there's no right way.
No.
It's purely down to taste.
Yeah.
What you prefer.
Yep.
Sort of thing. But because when it comes to hip hop and rap, I fell in love with...
I think there's such a history with hip hop.
It is, yeah. But I fell in love with the intricacy, like the art form of it, like the mastery of playing with the words, and because you were there when it all started happening and whatnot. So anytime I hear anything like that, I'm like, there's no mastery there at all. Like, it's just like the rhythm, the beat, the sound, which is what you... So it's bumpy, and you're giving people a good time. I understand it, like, fair enough. I'm just like, that's why I try and tell myself, just say you're urban pop and you're not a rapper.
Yeah, at least N-Dubs had the decency to say they were urban pop.
Just say you're urban pop and not a rapper.
Oh, man.
Right,
I know what you mean, though.
On that bitchy note, because you've got to go, because it's, like, 5:30 now. She messaged you.
So, she hasn't messaged me yet, but...
Yeah, she will, certainly. So yeah, we'll leave it on that bitchy note. If you're interested in me doing TikToks, let me know. It might encourage me to fucking...
Don't let jealousy get the better of you.
Yes.
That's a good one to leave on.
That's a good one. That's why I started, because I said that's why my voice is blown out.
Yeah, you don't want to be a bitter old man like us.
Yeah.
I could have been somebody.
Could have been
somebody.
Still could.
Yeah, I ain't got the pipes like I used to.
Yeah, only because you don't practice. Your problem is you're lazy, not because you ain't got pipes. You're lazy.
I'm literally the laziest person in the world.
And you were lazy before you had a kid.
Yeah. But it's like, I always, just one last note about it. I always say to people, like, I'm so lazy. But then people are like, but you're always doing all your working out and you're doing this and doing that. I'm like, yeah, but I have to make myself do it. I don't want to do it. Like, I never want to work out. I never want to get up in the morning and work out.
Yeah.
I never wake up going, it's fucking workout. I'm like, oh, God, I can fucking work out. I always feel better afterwards.
Yeah, and that's why you do it, 'cause you're like, come on.
I know I'm going to feel better afterwards.
You'll feel better after.
But like, I never want to do it. If it was up to me, I would never leave my house. I would sit on my ass, I'd watch TV and play video games. Like, that's all I want to do sometimes. I mean, but now I'm a dad. That has changed like immensely.
Oh, okay.
Like, I fucking love spending time with a kid.
Yeah.
It is the best feeling in the world.
Yeah.
I just look at a little face. I'm like, "You beautiful, in you?" And she gives me a little smile. I'm like, "Oh, you come to me."
Yeah.
Oh, I just love it. Oh,
See, this
so
is
good.
why, like, when me and Mona have obviously struggled over the years, it would be nuts when people would overhear us and I'd say, like, look, we always need a baby in the house. Because of that feeling you're describing, when they're that little and just
so
like, blah.
good. Oh,
Because, like, you could be getting stressed out about work and everything else and whatnot, and, like, I know, you could be talking to your partner, like, I fucking work today, this and that, and, like, oh, bills and blah, just life stresses and crap, and then you look at that baby and they just go, gah, and smile at you and you go, do you know what, nothing else matters. Everything just suddenly melts away.
It does.
And you just pick them up and give them a cuddle, and you're like,
It does. You hold my baby in my arms, and I'm just like, give her a cuddle up, pat her,
yeah.
walking around.
Everything fades, doesn't it?
It does.
It just, you put this little bubble around you almost.
And you
like,
look them in the eyes. When they make that eye contact with you, you're just like, you're my everything.
Yeah.
It's like, you are all, like you just said, you are all that matters.
Yeah.
Like, that is it.
And it just goes.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh.
It's an incredible feeling. I was so anxious about going back to work.
I bet.
My first day back after my
I was thinking this, right? You've had so much time off. It's nuts.
Yeah, I have 2 weeks holiday that I booked.
It's crazy.
And then I've had these 2 weeks of paternity. But I went back for that week in between the 2 weeks off.
Yeah.
And it's like, that Sunday. You know, you normally get that, and then when you work your jobs, I suppose you get it now.
Yeah.
Sunday about 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, fuck, I've got work tomorrow. When it kicks in, you realise you got work the next day. that entire weekend, I was just a fucking ball of nerves and that.
Bollocks.
I just really did not want to go back to work. Why, have we missed a thing here?
I don't think so, actually.
Well, no, it says 22, we haven't stopped it yet.
Cool.
But
Okay,
yeah, it was just an anxiety-ridden mess. It was horrible.
Yeah.
I was like,
See,
I didn't know what, because especially since she got the infected womb and the C-section went wrong and all that shit, I did not want to leave you alone with a 4-year-old and a newborn.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
But I've only ever had a long weekend. But like, even when I talked to Mona about it, she'd say at the time, like, she'd say, like, obviously different because she'd have a C-section, but she'd be like, I'd rather
still recovery time though, man.
Yeah, she'd be like, I'd rather you go, because then she doesn't get used to me being there. Like, straight away she'd get in the routine of, like, she's got to do it because I'm at work.
No,
so that's the only risk of the long thing, is that it's like, will they get into the routine then if you being there? So then it's like a new thing then to do it without you.
I suppose.
Is the downside.
Yeah, I suppose.
But like I say, she didn't have a fucking C-section, let alone a C-section that went bad.
Yeah, even if I had to go, I'd have called in. I ain't coming in, mate.
Yeah.
You got no fucking chance.
Anyway, yeah, we need to go.
Yeah, we're gonna go now. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Love you all. Take it easy. We're probably gonna have a week.
I don't think we'll be doing one next week.
Yeah,
it'll be like the week after. Yeah.
And we'll
catch you on the flip side.
I won't turn my computer off. I'll leave this so don't fuck up anymore. And yeah, don't be afraid of the day.
No, don't.
As I do try and say. Socials will be in the fucking description on YouTube and
Daddy Jane Gaming at Instagram. That's my one.
That's it.
So yeah, enjoy yourself. Have a good Christmas. Be loved. Be safe. Don't drink and drive.
Fucking idiot. Right, love you all. Take it easy. Have a good Christmas, etc. See you, hear you, speak to you soon.